good people. Thank God it is Friday. And welcome to today's episode of the Fisayo Toyo TV show. Say, happy my car, aka my studio, and we're so glad that you've taken time out of your busy schedule and tuned into today's episode of the show. You guys rock! So yeah, we love you and we appreciate you. Welcome again! So, just in case you missed previous episodes of the show, the links to those episodes are in the description box below, or you can find it in the playlist, whichever one you prefer. So, without much further ado, welcome to today's topic, aka alcohol and Christianity. Yeah, today's episode is going to be hot, so go and get some cold water to cool down. I'm gonna find you, Feli. Oh shit. Anyways, okay, so I normally do what they call it, definitions, but for this episode, I mean, come on guys, I really don't think it's necessary to define what alcohol means, because I mean, come on, you know, alcohol is such a touchy subject and substance that even those who do not drink know what alcohol is. Believe you me, they know what it is. Yeah. So if you don't know what alcohol is, I beg, go and Google it, please. Yeah, I'm not gonna be reading the meaning of alcohol, like, yeah, seriously. Anywho, moving on, you know, I wanted to see, you know, what a trusted Christian source online had to say about today's episode, and I actually found something relevant from, you know, gotquestions.org, titled, "What does the Bible say about fun and entertainment?" You know, so I've put the link below for those of you that want to read it, you know. So I know our topic is about alcohol. However, most people know that people generally tend to drink when they are having fun or out in a social setting. Yeah. Plus, the article mentions alcohol. You know, so I'm just gonna go ahead and read it now. You all ready? You all ready? Lego. Dun, dun, dun. Before I break into song and dance, let me just start reading. God never says, "Thou shalt not have fun, nor shalt thou smile in all thy days." Yeah, God never says that. Having a good time is not a sin, but we should pay attention to the principles God has laid out for godly living when we do engage in leisure activities. First and foremost is Colossians 3 verse 17. "And whatever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of our Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God the Father through him." When we are relaxing and having fun, or when we are seeking entertainment, we should always make sure these activities are pleasing God. Yeah, got that covered. Things like food, wine, money, etc. are morally neutral. Wine, for example, is neither good nor evil. It is what we do with it that makes it sin. Apostle Paul points out that if food does not bring us near to God, we are no worse if we do not eat, and no better if we do, according to 1 Corinthians chapter 8 verse 8. I think I mentioned this scripture in episode 1 of this series, season 2. So he immediately follows this, however, with an important instruction we should apply to all our activities, including fun and entertainment. Be careful, however, that the exercise of your freedom does not become a stumbling block to the weak. 1 Corinthians 8 verse 9. Our freedom, you know, to relax and enjoy our lives should never cause others to stumble in their faith. A classic example is that we should never serve wine at dinner if we have invited someone who is a recovering alcoholic. I mean, come on guys. We should follow Paul's lead, you know, "Though I am free and belong to no man, I make myself a slave to everyone, to win as many as possible. To the weak I become weak, to win the weak. I have become all things to all men, so that by all possible means I might save some." And that is in 1 Corinthians 9, 19 and 22, verse 19 and 22. Okay, sorry, I'm just checking everything is okay. God also does not want us to be under the influence of unbelievers. We may associate with them as Christ did when he sat at dinner with sinners and tax collectors, but we should not allow ourselves to be influenced by them. Paul writes, "Do not be yoked together with unbelievers. For what do righteousness and wickedness have in common? Or what fellowship can light have with darkness? What harmony is there between Christ and Belial? What does a believer have in common with an unbeliever?" And that is according to 2 Corinthians 6 from verse 14 to 15. So, for example, a man shouldn't go with his buddies for a round of golf if he should be spending time building his relationship with his wife, or if their conversations are coarse or profane. We should be living for God in all things, and we should have the strength to say no when someone tries to take us away from that. Yeah. Okay. So, still reading the article, according to, don't worry, we'll soon be done. According to Colossians 3:17, we should also give thanks to God through Jesus Christ for the fun and entertainment he provides. Someone once pointed out that recreation means to recreate or renew. God allows this time to be renewed and to grow in our faith. James tells us every good and perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of the heavenly lights, who does not change like shifting shadows. And that is James 1 verse 17. Fun and entertainment are gifts of God, given so that we might come closer to him. We should remember this when we are planning our recreation, and remember to thank God for such a good and perfect gift. Now the article is over. I mean, honestly, after all that, what else am I, Oluwafisayo Toyo, humbly going to add to this, All I have to say is that in the course of checking out what else was out there, I found these 2 guys on YouTube who, had covered this topic in an awesome and cool way. If you want to watch that video, the link is in the description box below. Yeah, for those of you who are interested. So yeah. Alcohol is not a sin. It is morally neutral. It is what you do with it that depends on whether it's now good or evil. Yeah. So, all I have to say to wrap this episode up is that it is not a sin to drink alcohol. All things are lawful, but not all things are expedient, according to 1 Corinthians 6 verse 12. If you choose to drink, do so in moderation and with wisdom. Apply balance to all aspects of your life, and you go there alright, As a Christian who enjoys the occasional glass of wine here and there, I can attest to this fact, Balance is key. Trust me, I've had my wild university crazy drinking partying days, and boy, am I glad that's over. And I got it out of my system when I was young and stupid. Yeah, thank God for the great grace of God, Yeah, so on that note, today is Friday. Yeah, so I am going to start. You guys can see what I'm doing. I'm going to open my bottle of wine. Don't go. We're going to drink it together. Should I put on music for you guys? Yeah, thank God it's Friday, and thank God for a productive, week. It is time for me to relax with a nice glass of wine now, Yeah. Is it this hard to open a bottle of wine? Is it? Yeah, off camera. Don't worry, I'm not gonna open and start drinking in front of you guys, but yeah, I'm just trying to emphasize my point. But if it's gonna take me 10 minutes to open this bottle, then I'm gonna have to end the video. But yeah, thank God it's Friday, so we're gonna just I want to do cheers with you guys. Why is this thing taking forever to open? Like, seriously? Oh my gosh. This is a disaster. Okay, we're almost there. Almost there. Yeah. Yes! I did it! Oh my gosh! It's open. Woo! Okay, so. Cheers, guys. Just gonna put this over here. So, thank God it's Friday. Cheers to long life and health and prosperity. So, that's it for today's episode of the show, guys. Enjoy your weekend. And make sure you join me for the next episode on Monday. As usual. Not bad. Papi and I look forward to hosting you then. You honestly cannot afford to miss it. In the meantime, hit the subscribe button and follow me on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter to keep in touch. Papi and I are so glad that you tuned in today, and we look forward to seeing you next time on the Fisaya Toyo TV show. Cheers and have an amazing weekend. I love you guys. Bye.